So earlier, I said there were an infinite number of projections possible. So if that's the case, how would you go about selecting a projection to use for your map? Well, fortunately, the most commonly used projections are cataloged by the International Association of Oil and Gas Producers into what's known as the EPSG dataset. EPSG stands for European Petroleum Survey Group, which was the group originally responsible for the creation of the dataset, and they were subsequently absorbed by the IOGP, and the IOGP provides access to the EPSG dataset via its website. So here we have the IOGP website, and here we have the online registry link. So this web page can be a little intimidating for first-timers. There's an awful lot of information here. Fortunately for us, there's only a couple of things that we need to get the information that we're after. We're going to start with the type box. Specifically, what we're looking for is a coordinate reference system, actually a projected coordinate reference system. So we're going to select that option. Then we're going to search for a projection based on the extent of our map. For this example, let's say we want to create a map of the state of Indiana. I'm going to click the Show Map button, and then I'm going to zoom in to Indiana. Now I'm going to select this tool here, which will allow me to draw a box around Indiana. There we go. And then I'm going to close it. And now you can see that it's automatically populated the boundaries of that extent in the form for us. Now we'll search. Now this has returned 227 possible results. I told you there was an awful lot of projections. So which one do we pick? Well, honestly, you could probably pick any of them. They all have their pros and cons, but at a small scale like this, you're probably not going to notice a whole lot of difference between any of them. By looking at the name, you can get a little more information on which one might be the one you want to go for. For example, this one mentions Illinois East, which suggests that this projection is more specified for the eastern part of Illinois than it is for Indiana. The one below it here is Indiana East, which would work great for the east side of Indiana, and then down Indiana West. We also have Kentucky, Michigan, a bunch of others. So if we're looking at Indiana, we'll probably want to at least start our search by using one of the Indiana named projections. Clicking the View column on the right-hand side gives you more information about the projection. Now there's an awful lot of information here and a lot of terms that you may not be familiar with. And that's okay. We really don't need to get into the nitty-gritty of the projection. This website is useful because you can click on any of these things such as area of use, and it will give you a little pop-up box with some information about what that means. You can then click the plus sign to extend that area and actually get the information. So in this case, the area of use for this projection is all of those counties listed in Indiana. Again, you can use this projection on Illinois, or Texas, or the United Kingdom if you wanted to, but it's not going to look real good. This projection was designed to be used in this confined area. So let's say we want to use this projection. How do we do that? What information is on here that we need to be able to work with OpenLayers and tell it we wanted to use this projection? Well, that is really easy. What we're looking for is this code right here, EPSG 26773. Every projection in the registry has a numeric identifier, and those numeric identifiers are how OpenLayers knows which projection you want to use. So if we wanted to use this projection in our maps, we would simply make a note of this code. Exactly where we put that code is what we'll talk about in a later lesson.